You think the head shaking's done, but it's not. We're going to finish up with Elon Musk here.
Oh, as long as it wasn't Trump, because I don't think.
Yeah, no, well, it's a guy who he thinks he's the Trump of his social media site, Twitter. And there's now these attitudes of these guys going in and saying, we're going to take down the liberals. We're going to take down the woke factions of everything, and watch how badass I am. Watch what I'm going to do when somebody brings up, and by the way, people are starting to leave Twitter. The advertisers are leaving Twitter because Elon Musk keeps giving into these anti-Semitic sort of tweets and, racist tweet, just all kinds of things. And advertisers have kind of had enough of it. And they're like, yeah, maybe this is not the platform for us. So it's obviously not just Twitter. It's because of the person who runs Twitter. So he was apparently there's this big, I don't know, it was seminar sort of thing that had different people there. Kamala Harris was there. Elon Musk was there. There was a bunch of people, but this was the segment with Elon Musk that, I can't remember his name. I'll see it when it comes up, but he was doing all the interviews. But this was Elon Musk's response. And I'm sure most people saw this already, but this was his response when asked about advertisers leaving his platform.
You know that there's a public perception that, and you're clarifying this now.
Andrew Ross Sorkin, by the way, is the interview.
Okay. But there's a public perception that was part of a apology tour, if you will, that this had been said online. There was all of the criticism. There was advertisers leaving. We talked to Bob Iger today.
I hope they stop.
You hope?
Don't advertise.
You don't want them to advertise?
No.
What do you mean?
He keeps looking out the crowd for some sort of validation and like he's going to get this big raucous applause. Yeah. Now, I know he's probably getting it from the dorks who are in their rooms with posters of Elon Musk up in their room, and they think that this was the coolest, baddest ass thing in the world. But let's let him, I guess, finish this ridiculous.
Somebody's going to try to blackmail me with advertising? Blackmail me with money? Go fuck yourself.
But
go fuck yourself. Is that clear?
God, he's saying he so wants to be cool. He just wants to be this cool dude that everybody thinks is awesome. And he's so uncomfortably dorky.
And he knows it. Like, it's just.
He does know it.
Right. And that's what makes it even more weird and uncomfortable. It's just like, he's like, oh shit, I'm doing this and nobody's really responding. Let me do something bigger. Go.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself. No, Elon.
Yeah. And you know what? You people are not reacting. So I'm going to say this to my people is basically what he's saying. I'm going to let my people there are a group of people out there that make this guy think that he is some just hero to the world. And he's even going to explain sort of that way is something like that here in a second. Let's finish this.
I hope it is. Hey, Bob, if you're in the audience.
Cool.
Well, let me ask you then.
That's how I feel.
I know.
Don't advertise.
How do you think then about the economics of X? If part of the underlying model, at least today, and maybe it needs to shift, maybe the answer is it needs to shift away from advertising.
This is how out of touch he is. Listen to this answer.
If you believe that this is the one part of your business where you will be beholden to those who have this view, what do you do?
Why?
I understand that, but there's a reality too, right?
Yes. No.
I mean, Linda Yaccarino's right here, and she's got to sell advertising.
Absolutely. So, totally. No. Actually, what this advertising boycott is going to do, it's going to kill the company.
Good.
And do you think that
and the whole world will know that those advertisers killed the company, and we will document it in great detail.
But those advertisers, I imagine, are going to say, we didn't kill the company.
Oh, yeah?
They're going to say...
Tell it to Earth.
But they're going to say, Elon, that you killed the company because you said these things and that they were inappropriate things and that they didn't feel comfortable on the platform, right? That's what they're going to say.
And let's see how Earth responds to that.
Okay, this.
I know, poor Andrew. He's just like, dude, you're a fucking asshole. Like, I don't even know who Andrew is. I heard his name before.
I think he's on MSNBC, I'm pretty sure. Actually, if I'm him, I'm like, oh, this is fucking gold. I love every second of it. Just keep talking. Just keep talking, because this is going to go all over the place.
He's like a fucking idiot.
He is, you know what he is? He's the QAnon that you can see. You can listen to and see and go to him. He is that QAnon. The QAnon guy that these idiots fell for was some mysterious guy on the computer that they'd go to a certain website and wait for his instructions or wait for what he had to say about what was going on, and nobody knew who the fuck he was. And it turns out through some investigation, he's some weird kid in another country, but from America, just basically fucking with people. But he is their real life QAnon guy. He is the guy that is going to make Earth make sense, and Earth is going to come down on these advertisers. This is how out of touch and wacky and nutty these fucking people are.
Tell it to Earth. Like,
what is he talking about? He is delusional.
What does that mean? Earth is going to be pissed?
Yep. That's exactly what it means. He thinks
is that the same as like Americans? He just means all of the world is going to be pissed. Oh, the world.
It's going to be the world. The world is going to go. We are now understanding what's happening is that our main man, Elon Musk, cannot say anti-Semitic things whenever he wants to. So we are going to judge these companies, and these companies will be out of business because what they did to Elon Musk. That's how delusional this fucking idiot is. And somehow he makes more money than every person on Earth. It makes no fucking sense.
Right. He's just bored. He's just fucking bored.
Damn.
And they eat up the following, right? They eat up the fans, right? Because the fans are just so right there. It's different with social media. It's not like before when you had fan and you got fan mail. And right now it's like your fans are fucking there. You see them every tweet. You just see all the likes. You just see people are paying attention to you.
Well, you see the bots that are created too that are designed to attack anybody that says anything bad about Elon Musk, or to praise everything that he says, or to, because you'll see a lot of the shit. Yeah. Probably even under his thing, you'll see a comment, Elon, you're the man. Go tell them to fuck themselves. And you'll see 1 follower, 0 follow. It's just like following nobody, 1 follower, that
he's going to lose it. Like he's going to like X is not going to just go and disappear. I think somebody's just going to buy the shit from him.
I hope so. And I hope it goes back to at least some sort of normal, because I actually enjoyed Twitter a lot.
I don't want to change.
Yeah. And I like he said, the company probably isn't going to go somewhere. Maybe somebody with, and that, the other thing too, is this is where I don't understand where a lot of people who had respectability give in to these monsters like this Linda Yakarama or whatever her name was. She was a highly respected executive in many different fields. And she was one who took over Twitter. And he's basically saying, and she, like he said, she's in charge of advertising. You're telling your top advertisers to go fuck themselves. And she's just like, oh, hey, that's Elon. It's just like, man, how do you give in to that stuff? Maybe he's paying her an unbelievable amount of money that if she gets fired, that it doesn't even matter.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. Wow. That shit's crazy.
That's why I have a hard time believing in God. When somebody like that makes more money than anybody on the planet, and when a guy with 91 felony counts is being praised and idolized by evangelicals.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Yep.
Praise Jesus. I don't know. You put your hand. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. But,
Trump doesn't either, so don't worry about it.